Well, we've covered a huge amount of material in this course. We've gone right from the very basics of programming, what's a variable, what's a function, what's a procedure, and so on, through to file handling and on to the object-oriented features of Object Pascal. How to create class hierarchies, how to create virtual and overridden methods. So a lot of ground has been covered, and now I want to give you some ideas of where to go next to deepen your understanding even more. For straightforward help on Object Pascal and Lazarus or Delphi, be sure to use the help menus to check what links there are available, and also use the additional resources document that I provide with this course, which will give you links to online sites that can provide you with programming hints and tips. If you're using Lazarus, be sure to look at the Tools menu. Down here is something that you'll find invaluable. It's this item, Example Projects. So when I click that, I get a browser showing me a whole list of ready-to-use example projects. All sorts of subjects covered here. Just browse around through them and open them up. These cover all kinds of different topics, and they're a great way of just exploring other people's code. Whether or not you're using Delphi, check Google or another search engine for the terms Delphi programming, because most of the Object Pascal tutorials and tips that are available online will be aimed at Delphi programmers. Now, for Lazarus programmers, the same information is mostly just as relevant, because the Object Pascal language implemented by Lazarus is broadly compatible with Object Pascal for Delphi. There are many other sites online that are worth checking too. The about.com site on Delphi will give you lots of tutorials and tips, and also links to other sites. The wikia.com Delphi site is also worth checking. This again will provide you with lots of links to other sites. The sites related to Delphi programming often have many links that reference one another, so once you're into one part of the Delphi online world, you'll find that it opens up links to a whole network of information. For Free Pascal, of course, be sure to use the wiki that's dedicated to Free Pascal at wiki.freepascal.org. This gives you Free Pascal documentation into the language that is used by Lazarus, and there's also specific Lazarus documentation, which is more devoted to the visual programming environment. And finally, one site that I would strongly recommend, and which I use a great deal myself, is the Delphi Basics site. This is at www.delphibasics.co.uk, and this is like a super help site. It gives you an indexed link to articles and information on all sorts of Delphi-related subjects, so that you can look up things like integers, string, char types, looping, object orientation. Click a link and it will take you to various different subjects, what's inherited, and it tells you what the inherited keyword means, and there are examples that you can use of source code to try out in your own programs. And again, although it's related specifically to Delphi, bear in mind that this will also provide lots of invaluable information for programmers of Free Pascal. So use those resources. And finally, many thanks for following this course. So whatever you do with Delphi or Free Pascal in future, let me wish you the very best for your programming career.